He definitely did not expect that to happen. Welcome back to Animeology, and today we're going to take a look at 10 action anime that you need to watch. These anime are all some that I believe are incredibly good, and in some cases, I believe that these anime are actually underrated.
Why, you little punk!
Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 10, Joker Game.
No, don't tell me. Is this real? Is this actually happening?
Our first entry for this list is an anime that flew under the radar for a ton of people. Joker Game is set right before World War II and follows the story of 8 individuals who were chosen by the Imperial Army's secretly established spy training organization called D-Agency. These 8 chosen individuals were selected based on a superhuman selection test that they all took unknowingly in their time in university.
Down. What's wrong? Did you see something in the mirror?
The very founding of D-Agency was based on gathering information on other countries' social and economical situations to hopefully weaponize it in some way. As a result of this, the characters all have their own arc in which they explore their own assigned country through their own lens.
Right around the corner, up the stairs, then I'm free.
Number 9, Megalo Box.
Right side of his gear sound different. His last shot is gonna be a heavy-duty left!
This animated classic is set in a futuristic world where boxing with machinery is a highly viewed sport. The sport is called Megalo Boxing, and for some it's just a means to an end. Our protagonist is Junk Dog, an underground fighter from the slums who illegally throws matches for money. Despite severely disliking this style of fighting, he continues it because it's the only way that he knows to make a living.
I don't give a damn about what happened in the past. This guy's in my way, so I'm gonna beat him.
After a series of events occur, our protagonist finds himself enrolling into Megalovania, the most prestigious Megalo boxing tournament. However, due to being financially unstable, he fought his first few fights without any gear, eventually earning himself the title Gearless Joe. What started out as a quick gimmick to attract attention quickly turned to his brand, as now our underground fighter is fighting to win it all without the help of machinery.
If you just used one arm, it'd be sleepy time for you right now.
Number 8, a Potty Run Man. This anime follows the story of an eccentric inventor and a pessimistic samurai on their journey to make it back to Japan. Due to a series of events, the two find themselves stranded in Los Angeles with no money. However, their lives will forever change when they learn about the Trans-American Wild Race, a giant race from one side of the United States to the other with a giant cash reward for the winner. The two of them will have to work together while fighting off other rival racers, bandits, and other challenges as they aim to win this race. Due to the show being temporarily delayed due to a certain virus, it really went unnoticed by a ton of people. With this show's amazing visuals, story, and characters, it really deserves far more eyes than it ended up receiving. If you're looking for an anime that has a unique take on racing, be sure to check this one out. Number 7, Kekai Sensen. Blood Blockade Battlefront is definitely a show that went under a lot of people's radar when it first came out in 2015. This anime follows the story of Leonardo Watch, a normal human whose life was completely changed when he received the all-seeing eyes of God, at the expense of his sister's vision. Because of this, he goes to Hell Salem's Lot in search of answers to why he got these powers and how he can help his sister see once again. The all-seeing eyes of God are capable of doing a variety of things, but they're most notably known for their ability to alter and control the visions of those around them, cause nausea, hallucinations, and see into the minds of others. They also have a ton of other abilities, such as being able to heal themselves after they've been damaged. Number 6, 91 Days. This anime is set in the town of Lawless, a town that thrives on black market sales on brewed liquor under the watchful eye of the mafia. Angelo was a young man who had his entire family put to rest because of a dispute that occurred with the Vannetti mafia family, and because of this he leaves both his name and hometown behind, adopting the new name Avilio. Seven years later, our protagonist receives an anonymous letter from a friend of his father's, prompting him to return to Lawless to exact his revenge. As a result of this message, he infiltrates the Vannetti family, slowly gaining their trust in his ultimate goal of exacting his revenge in 91 days.
What are you doing? Nero Vannetti. I've been waiting for...
Number 5, Tales of Vesperia: The First Strike. This anime is set in a mythical kingdom that utilizes a magical substance called air to power their weapons and protect humanity from monsters in the forest. All was well until the air began to act in unusual ways, resulting in the woodland beasts to attack far more frequently in cases, even mutating them into more powerful beings. Yuri and Flynn are two young men who just enrolled into the ranks of the Imperial Knights, and they were tasked with uncovering the cause of this abnormality. They were sent out to the town of Zotania, which is believed to be the starting point of the heir's unusual behavior. However, what awaits them reveals itself to be far more dangerous of an issue than our main characters could have ever imagined it to be.
Who the hell are you? Hey!
Number 4, Alderman on the Sky. Our next anime follows the story of Ikita Solrik, a lazy philanderer wishing for nothing more than to live a peaceful life. However, when war breaks out between the Kadvana Empire and the neighboring Republic of Kyoka, his life is forever changed.
それで不可能が可能になったりしないんだ。その程度の道理は他でもない帝国の歴史から学んでほしいもんですよ。
Despite his hatred for war and violence in general, Ikita is a very adept battle strategist. Due to a series of unfortunate events, our protagonist was forced to put his dreams of tranquility on hold, as he must now become the hero he never wanted to be. Number 3, Ajin. 形状はプレーン。
腕を折るとかはどうです？
Now the full 3D in this anime is an immediate turnoff for most people, but if you look past that, you'll know how good this show really is. Ajin are immortal humans who, aside from that, are normal. The only way to tell them apart from normal people is that they have insane regenerative abilities and aren't practically immoral. Because of that, the majority of them don't even know that they're Ajins.
だが 遠くに行き過ぎた肉片は回収されず、新しく作られる。もしそれが頭だったら。
When Kei Nagai gets caught up in a traffic accident and is run over, his organs regenerated, revealing that he's an Ajin. Now that the news is out, Kei is on the run to prevent himself from being hunted down for experimentation. Another ability that Ajins have is Black Ghost, an entity that is invisible to everyone who's not an Ajin. These Black Ghosts are a reflection of their host, giving them unique abilities and quirks that are exclusive to that individual one. Number 2, Doro Hyrule. This anime is set in a post-apocalyptic world dominated by two dimensions, the Whole, where humans reside, and the Sorcerer's World, and as the name implies, it's the home of sorcerers. The civilians of the Whole live under constant fear of sorcerers that come over to test their magic on them, usually resulting in life-altering disfigurations or even costing them their lives. This is a similar situation for our main character, Kaiman. Due to an event that occurred in his past, a sorcerer transformed his head into that of one of a lizard and wiped his entire memory. This show focuses on Kaiman's goal of locating whoever transformed his face into this and undoing it by taking the caster's life. Together with his friend Nakaido, the two spend their time hunting down and interrogating sorcerers. Number 1, Bakano.
Why, you little punk!
If there's any one anime on this list that I would recommend you check out, it has to be this one. Now, because of the nature of Bakano's storytelling, it's pretty difficult to explain its premise in general, and even more difficult to explain it without spoiling anything. Essentially, it follows a group of immortal 18th century alchemists and their different perspective and experiences living as Prohibition-era gangsters. The motivations for all the characters differ as they have chosen different paths in life, but they all end up intertwining with each other's journey. This anime tends to go back and forth between timelines, explaining the events that lead up to a situation as a puzzle left for you to uncover. I really do recommend you check this out, even if my summary didn't really convince you to.